So please, welcome to the ring.
It's almost bank holiday. It's almost time for happy hour. This is Almost Pro Wrestling, and I'm not even almost happy to be here. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am Stallion, and we are here live in sunny South Shields for Shield Pro Wrestling. We've got crazy matches, scores to settle, and an epic main event. But first, we've got some amazing three-way action. Let we begin. Going to be an interesting match because we've got three guys who are desperate to rise up the rankings here at Shield Pro. Domonic Davenport is the guy in the ring at the moment. The cutting edge of pro wrestling. A man who's had a lot of trouble with Oliver Barrett recently. Lost last time out to Jam O'Malley, and he will want to get back into winning ways. And what better way to do it? Much a fan favorite here. Maybe not with women in bars, but certainly here at Shield Pro. All-time Joe will be wanting to all-time go. The bad sport himself, a man who is desperate for a win here. Came up against Nicky Starr last time out and did not pick up a win. And ladies and gentlemen, it's fitting that Paddy Flannagan comes out last, so I'd like to announce that this match is sponsored by Friday's Chippy. Personally endorsed by Paddy Flannagan. In fact, I think he may have eaten so much fish and chips with us that this guy can't even jump to conclusions. So three guys wanting to rise up the rankings, but with things on their mind. Paddy desperate for his first win. Biggs wanting to shake the spectre of Oliver Barrett, who blames Biggs for his injury, and of course Domonic Davenport, who is the apple of Kendall Zunoff's eye at the moment. Our referee for this will be Weird and the Wonderful's Rabbit. And I understand the reason for that is it is known, of course, that Rabbit is management here at Shield Pro. And with it being a three-way with so much on the line with regards to rankings from these guys, and also the fact that anything could happen in a three-way, he wanted to make sure that he was here to just make sure everything went smoothly. Oh, it's not going smoothly at the moment for Domonic Davenport, who's just had a massive kick in the face from Joseph Biggs. I wonder if he's injured him. He does have form for injuring. Oh! Paddy Flannagan thought he'd try and get the drop there on Biggs, but brought down with a drop toe hold. Biggs has gone straight in there with a headlock takedown. He's locked that in the middle of the ring. Paddy will want to use his power here. Certainly the guy with the most effect on gravity. Shoulder block there, but you are not going to knock the bad sport over doing that. That's how you knock someone down. Straight into the shoulder. And it's almost like a sweet irony that he's gone straight into that shoulder, which is the nice identical shoulder that Barrett got injured by Joseph Biggs with, and he's no sunshine. You've actually got to get on top of him and try to pin him before you can count, and that's really the referee's job. Biggs is getting a little confused in there. Look at that monkey flip. Oh. He's blocked that right hand, and he's now up on the turnbuckle where he can do some damage with a missile drop kick. Goes for that pin. Rabbit actually showing that he does have some competence as a referee. Perhaps a new career. Biggs whips him off the ring. He's caught there by Davenport, who'd taken a little breather earlier in this match after getting kicked so drastically by Joseph Biggs. And Davenport now just laying the boots on the bad sport Paddy Flannagan on the floor. Davenport over the top rope and lays in with a few punches. This is wise because he's already sent them dizzy with that kick earlier on. Now, the referee here should be right in on this, but he doesn't need to be because Davenport dealt with it himself. Using that power and that amazing brawling ability. This is what I like about this guy. Slow and methodical, but he does like to punish his opponents. You won't find finesse here. As he just wipes his boots all over the prone Joseph Biggs. Look at that rabbit. Busy checking on Paddy Flannagan, who's outside the ring at the moment. Seems that he's taken back there as well. And I'll tell you what, it's Davenport in a very dodgy predicament. Oh! Which allowed Biggs to go for that huge back suplex on the middle rope. But there is no way that Paddy Flannagan was letting him get the win. This is his time to shine. He can just almost feel it. That's as good a time as any to start getting into winning ways. Not even back to winning ways, but actually start getting into winning ways. And look at he's just lambing away onto Davenport. And we know Davenport appreciates toughness. He will appreciate a good brawl. Definitely a scrapper. And he's well versed in it. Look at that. Look at these two huge fellas going at it. Oh. Going for. Maneuvered him into a modified suplex, and he's going for that pin. Not enough to get his first win here, as the referee signals across to the timekeeper that was just a 2 count. No arguments from these guys, possibly realising, of course, Robert's management here as well. could certainly hand out fines if he needed to. Biggs there thinking he's refereeing, trying to count. Still hasn't counted to pin anybody whilst doing it. Huge elbow. And the same for Davenport. Followed up by that beautiful kick to the head. Oh! Kicks out the knee of Davenport, who's just gone straight into the burger box of Paddy Flannagan. Joseph Biggs clearing house. And he could probably do with a bit of a breather here. But I've got a feeling that rather than take the time to recuperate, I think he might try his luck on the aerial front. Oh! And I wasn't wrong. Taking out Paddy and Domonic, who are brawling on the floor. Goes again. Meanwhile, the referee just trying his best to steer out of the way of this, and I do not blame him. All three guys outside, well, that's fine. You can beat each other senseless out here, but you will need to make one of your opponents submit or pin them in the actual ring. I'll tell you what, Paddy Flannagan means business. Look at that. He's battering both Davenport and Biggs out there. What? It looks almost as if Biggs is suggesting some form of a team against the big brawler. Well, it's not unheard of. I mean, it is every man for himself in here. Only one of these guys can pick up the victory, but you might as well wear down the opponent. Oh! And look at Paddy. Almost proud of that. Biggs suggested the alliance, and he's now paying for it. Joseph Biggs showing he does not have the cunning of a Lannister. Oh, hold on. What's happened there? Whoa, Rabbits. I don't think that he's hit Biggs there. Hold on. It was my view was obstructed by a cameraman, but what? Rabbits now ejecting. Hold on, let's. Getting word in my ear, apparently. Now, I don't know whether it's intentional or not. But apparently, he's hit a fan. Paddy Flannagan has just lamped a fan. Now, hold on, what was the announcement?
The official word there from the referee is the match will continue as a one-on-one match.
Well, this is massive news. Paddy Flannagan cannot go for a win here at all because he's now out of this match. It seems that management definitely want to take injuries seriously, and they're trying to make a point about that as he's going out now to check on the fan at ringside. Meanwhile, he's got to bear in mind that he can't be in two places at once. Whilst I appreciate, as management of the company, he has to check on the well-being of the fans, but he's also a referee and has to look after the competitors in there. But let's see how these guys adapt now that they haven't got. That's probably a downside easier when you haven't got that third man that you're always looking out for when you're trying to beat the opponent that's right in front of you. So this will be an advantage for both these guys, but I'll tell you what, Joseph Biggs does not see the advantage at the moment. Because if anything, the third man could, potentially, if he wanted to, actually start attacking the attacker. But Joseph Biggs has got nothing but his own guile and ability to look upon to try and get out of this. Oof, huge backbreaker there. We've seen Davenport recently, who has had 2 matches against Kendall Zumanov, who Kendall alluded to earlier, has taken quite a shine to Davenport. Wants him to be his tag team partner, to the point where Davenport's beaten him twice, but in the last match he was quite impressed with the attitude, the fact that Kendall kept coming back after everything that Davenport threw at him. Every beating he was getting back up. Tag team tournament coming up in January. Really wanting to get Davenport on side. Going in for that pin. There too. Joseph Biggs has got enough about him here. He's kicked out. He's got to deal with that huge knee. That's an arrogant pin. It's partially showboating and trying to get one over in your opponent. Also, at this stage in the match, both of these guys will be very tired. And sometimes if you're in that position, you never know, you might get lucky. But not this time. Full head of steam, but Biggs has got that boot up. Oh! Huge knee stroke kick from Biggs, who goes up there with a moonsault from the middle rope. Goes to that pin. Not enough. Davenport this time shows that he's still got enough in the tank that he can kick out. Biggs willing Davenport to get to his feet. Goes for that kick again, but misses. Spins round and gets one of his own straight from Davenport. Oh! That's gonna just knock Joseph Biggs for 6. Going for now. Oh, Biggs manages to slip out of it, goes for that. No, it went for that 3 count, but it wasn't going to happen. Biggs showing some strength. He gets the heavier Davenport up on his shoulders. Not to be. Throws a clothesline, misses. Oh! What's he going for? He's going for that pedigree and hits it! Right in the middle of the ring. Well, Kendall Zumanov may want him as a tag team partner, but he excels as a singles competitor. And you can absolutely understand why you would want this guy watching your back. Domonic Davenport continuing his winning ways.